All right, welcome everyone. Get ready, because today we're diving deep into the world of some very familiar neighbors.
That's right. We're talking about raccoons.
Yeah, you know them, those masked bandits. We usually think of them getting into our trash.
Yeah, they've kind of got a reputation, haven't they, as pesky, kind of mischievous little creatures.
Total trash pandas.
Hmm.
But are we maybe, just maybe, underestimating them a little bit?
I think so, yeah. Because when you really look at these guys, they are so much more than just those nighttime raiders.
Yeah, and that's what we're doing in this deep dive. We've got a whole bunch of really cool raccoon facts and some research, and we're going to really get to know these masked bandits.
Absolutely.
So why don't we start with that mask, right? I mean, that's the first thing you notice about a raccoon. It's that black mask.
Yeah.
What is that all about?
Well, it's not just a fashion statement.
Right?
I mean, sure, it looks cool, but it actually serves a really important purpose for them. It helps to reduce glare, especially at night.
Oh, interesting.
And raccoons are mostly active at night,
Right,
right?
right.
So that mask helps them to see better in the dark.
That's so cool. So it's like built-in night vision goggles.
Exactly.
Wow, nature is so smart.
It really is, yeah.
Okay, now another thing I've always wondered about is the whole washing thing.
Right, right.
You always see them in like, cartoons or even like in real life videos, like dunking their food in water.
Uh-huh.
Are they really just that obsessed with cleanliness?
Well, not exactly. It turns out they actually have incredibly sensitive paws.
Oh,
And those paws are packed with nerve endings. So when they dunk their food in water, what they're really doing is they're using that water to enhance their sense of touch. It's like they're getting a more detailed feel for what they're about to eat.
that's so cool. So it's less about washing and more about like feeling their food.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I don't know, is there anything like we do that's similar?
I guess it's kind of like maybe using your fingers to read braille. Right, you're using your sense of touch to get information about something.
Right. Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay.
Okay, so they've got those super sensitive hands.
Yeah, and they're not just sensitive.
What else can they do?
Well, they're actually incredibly dexterous, too.
Dexterous, what does that mean?
It means they're really good with their hands. They got these long, slender fingers. And get this, they have opposable thumbs.
What, like us?
Yeah, kind of like us. Not quite as developed as ours.
Okay.
But still, it allows them to grip and manipulate objects with a lot of precision.
So, I mean, how does that help them out, like in real life?
Well, think about it. They're able to open things, they can untie knots, they can turn doorknobs.
Oh, wow.
I mean, I've even seen videos of them like figuring out latches on trash cans.
Yeah, yeah. That's why they're always getting into everything.
Exactly. Makes them expert foragers and, well, very good at getting into your garbage.
Right, so those little hands, they're not just for show.
Definitely not.
And, another thing that I always think about when I see a raccoon is how good they are at climbing.
Right.
You see them up in trees, they're scaling fences like it's nothing.
Uh-huh.
What makes them such good climbers?
Well, I mean, their claws obviously play a big role. Those are sharp and curved, perfect for digging in.
Right.
And they've got really strong legs, too. But it's not just about the physical stuff.
Really?
Yeah. They're also incredibly agile, and they have a great sense of balance.
So it's like a combination of like physical strength and kind of smarts too.
Exactly. And that combination is what allows them to navigate these really complex environments, whether it's a tree or a fence or even, the side of a building.
I've seen them do that up a brick wall.
Yeah, like it's nothing.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
And, thinking about their climbing and everything, it makes me wonder, like, what are they even looking for when they're up there?
Well, food, mostly.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
makes sense. But, like, what kind of food?
Pretty much anything they can get their little paws on.
Oh, so they're not picky eaters.
Not at all. Raccoons are what we call opportunistic omnivores,
Opportunistic omnivores.
which basically means they'll eat anything they can find. I mean, we're talking fruits, nuts, insects, frogs. They'll even eat small animals, birds' eggs.
Wow, okay, so they're not just eating our trash.
No, they have a pretty diverse diet in the wild, too.
Okay, that makes sense. So they're good climbers, they're not picky eaters, and, we talked about how they can get into things.
Uh-huh.
But are they actually, like, smart?
Oh, absolutely. Raccoons are incredibly intelligent animals. I mean, they're famous for their problem-solving skills, they've got amazing memories, and they're really good at learning new things.
I mean, I've definitely seen them, like, figure out how to open a trash can even when it's supposed to be raccoon-proof.
Right. And there's actually research that shows that they can remember solutions to complex tasks for years.
Wow, that's incredible.
Yeah. So, I mean, that whole trash panda image, it's kind of a testament to their intelligence, They're
Yeah, yeah.
figuring out how to survive and thrive in a human-dominated world.
Yeah. And they're doing a pretty good job of it, I would say. They're all over the place.
Exactly.
Okay, so we've talked about, individual raccoons, but do they, like, hang out with each other?
You mean, are they social?
Yeah. Yeah, are they, like, loners, or do they have, like, friends?
Well, they're not exactly pack animals like, wolves or something.
Okay.
But they do form social groups, especially mothers and their young.
Oh, like family groups.
Yeah, exactly. And those family groups can be pretty complex. There's hierarchies, there's communication, there's probably even a bit of drama.
Oh, I bet there is. Lots of squabbles over who gets the best snacks.
Probably.
Okay, last question before we wrap up.
Uh-huh.
Do raccoons hibernate like bears do?
That's a great question. Not quite. They don't hibernate in the true sense of the word, but they do become less active during the winter months. They'll den up and conserve energy, but they might come out on warmer days to forage for food.
Oh, so they're not completely asleep all winter.
No, not necessarily. They're just taking it easy, waiting for things to warm up again.
Makes sense. All right, so I think we've learned a lot about raccoons today.
Yeah, we
I
have.
mean, more than I ever thought I would.
Mm-hmm.
It turns out they're not just those pesky trash pandas.
Definitely not.
They're smart, they're resourceful, they're adaptable. I mean, they've got those amazing hands.
Yeah, and they're really good at making the most of their environment, which is, I think, what makes them so successful, especially in urban areas.
Yeah, I totally agree. So next time you see a raccoon, maybe don't just shoo it away.
Right.
Take a minute, appreciate it for the amazing creature that it is.
Yeah, I mean, maybe keep your distance. They're still wild animals.
Of course, of course.
But yeah, admire their intelligence, their resilience.
Totally. They're way more than just trash pandas.
Exactly.
All right, everyone, that's our deep dive into the world of raccoons. Hope you enjoyed it. And until next time, keep exploring the amazing world around you. You never know what you might discover.
See you next time.